I want you to imagine for just one moment that you wake up tomorrow and, without warning, you hear your name being called in a silent room. You glance over your shoulder, half expecting someone to be standing behind you, but the place is empty. Your heart races. You second-guess yourself. Did I just imagine that? Yet it sounds so vivid, so urgent, it might as well have been shouted right next to your ear. That moment of unexplainable clarity, of hearing something no one else hears, is the first sign of a phenomenon that mainstream science has tried to keep hidden from you. This is not just a fleeting experience or an isolated case. Thousands of people are now reporting this exact sensation all around the globe. And trust me, it's no coincidence. They don't want you to know the deeper truth behind these telepathic whispers, because if you do, you'll realize the immense power that is about to be unleashed on humanity in mid-April 2025. A quantum event so life-altering that it has the potential to rewrite your understanding of who you really are. Welcome to this special transmission. My name is Leah Winters. I've served as a telepathic liaison for the Arcturan High Command for nearly a decade, assisting with top-secret remote viewing experiments under the guidance of NASA-affiliated researchers. My professional background spans 15 years of quantum consciousness study, bridging human science with interdimensional knowledge. For the past 5 years, I've been called upon by major investigative teams, often working in the shadows, to provide insights into quantum entanglement anomalies. Many times, the data I've provided has baffled even the most logic-driven scientists. They question how it's possible that my telepathic impressions predict lab results before they even occur. Some have labeled me the insider's secret weapon, while others simply accuse me of dabbling in fringe theories. But tonight, I'm not here to convince you of my credibility. I'm here to reveal the truth behind an impending energetic shift, something that will rock the foundation of your reality if you remain unprepared. To understand why mid-April 2025 is so pivotal, we need to look at the cosmic and energetic changes occurring right now. Our planet is passing through a rare arrangement of celestial alignments. We're seeing a solar-lunar interplay that echoes the geometry of eclipses, but with an unusual electromagnetic resonance. Several astronomers have noted that a partial solar event this April is accompanied by a subtle gamma ray burst from deep space. NASA's quantum entanglement labs have been picking up anomalies, disruptions in the normally predictable quantum fields that blanket our planet. Meanwhile, spiritual communities worldwide report a spike in vibrational sightings. Those goosebumps you get during intense eye contact, that sudden spark in the air as if you've stepped into a heightened reality. All these events, scientists and mystics alike are saying, align with ancient prophecies from civilizations like the Maya, who spoke of a new phase in human consciousness. But here's what makes 2025 so different. The level of synergy between spiritual revelations and scientific findings is unprecedented. We're dealing with the largest data set of quantum entanglement anomalies ever recorded. Real lab data that shows subatomic particles forming instantaneous connections across continents, defying the standard model of physics. We also have testimonies from thousands of everyday individuals describing spontaneous telepathy, lucid visions, and encounters with interdimensional frequencies. Put simply, the gate to collective telepathy, what I'm calling the quantum awakening portal, will fling wide open, and everyone on Earth will be affected, whether they want to be or not. In this video, you'll learn the real scoop about these telepathic surges, the science behind them, and the spiritual significance linking them to cosmic cycles. I'll show you the Arcturan synchronization technique that I've been given permission to share, so you can refine your mental bandwidth and engage in safe telepathic connections. You'll also discover the signs and symptoms that confirm you're feeling this shift. Some might be quite startling if you don't know what to expect. Finally, I'll provide a preparation schedule to help you stabilize your body, mind, and spirit before, during, and after mid-April. Stick with me until the end, because if you miss any piece of this vital information, you might be caught in the turbulence of these powerful energies without a roadmap. And trust me, you don't want to navigate this alone. Let's dive deeper into the phenomenon itself, bridging the scientific and spiritual perspectives so we can understand precisely why these telepathic abilities are about to skyrocket worldwide. Recent quantum physics research demonstrates that particles can become entangled across vast distances, meaning they share information instantaneously, defying our conventional understanding of space and time. Think of a pair of tuning forks. Strike one fork in Los Angeles, and under certain experimental conditions, its entangled partner in Tokyo starts resonating as if it, too, was struck. This no-distance effect, as some call it, was once relegated to the realm of theoretical physics. But NASA-based labs and even clandestine research facilities funded by private interests are witnessing data that no longer fits neatly into the old categories. Spiritually, we can see quantum entanglement as the blueprint for higher consciousness connectivity. Many traditions talk about oneness, the idea that all beings, all energies, are interlinked beyond the illusion of separation. Terms like vibration and frequency have become popular in metaphysical circles to explain these invisible threads. If you picture the human brain operating on specific wave patterns, alpha, beta, gamma, then imagine those wave patterns spontaneously syncing with the brainwaves of someone on the other side of the planet. You have a glimpse of how telepathy can manifest. In simpler words, we are stepping into a realm where your innermost thoughts might be felt by someone halfway around the world, so long as you share a resonant frequency. In the Arcturian perspective, which I've channeled and studied extensively, these leaps in telepathic capacity happen in cyclical waves, often triggered by cosmic catalysts. During Earth's ancient past, civilizations like the Atlanteans and certain esoteric lineages in ancient Egypt harnessed these cycles for advanced forms of communication and healing. The Maya, Sumerians, and Vedic scholars similarly documented periods where the veil became thin and intuitive connections between people soared. Look at the Mayan long count calendar or the cosmic references in Sumerian cylinder seals, and you'll find consistent references to key planetary alignments that unleash awakened consciousness. The difference is that right now, in 2025, we have modern instrumentation that can actually measure these fluctuations in real time, offering a rare synergy between mystical prophecy and scientific validation. So how does mid-April factor into this timeline? We have a series of cosmic triggers converging around April 14th to April 18th. Some say the exact pinnacle will be April 15th at about 3:33 a.m. UTC. During this window, a wave of interstellar particles linked to a distant neutron star cluster will cross Earth's orbital path. NASA data suggests the Earth's magnetic field will temporarily fluctuate, allowing more cosmic radiation to filter into our atmosphere. The Arcturan High Command calls this phenomenon the quantum awakening portal, describing it as a short but intense phase when Earth's collective psyche becomes hyper-receptive. In practical terms, telepathy becomes accessible, like turning up the volume on your intuitive channel. Once the portal fully activates, you may experience 3 sequential phases. First, there's the tuning phase, where you feel subtle yet persistent symptoms, like hearing your name in empty spaces, random goosebumps, or strong impulses to contact someone only to find they're already calling you. Next comes the amplification phase, where telepathy surges to a level that can be startling. You might know exactly what your spouse or coworker will say before the words leave their mouth, or you could sense an emotional wave from someone in another city. The final phase is integration, where the heightened senses stabilize into a new normal. You become aware that you've grown beyond your old mental bandwidth, like you've upgraded from an outdated operating system to a cutting-edge neural network. Some people might find this exhilarating, while others could feel overwhelmed. My mission is to equip you with the knowledge to navigate all 3 phases with clarity, confidence, and joy. A few weeks ago, I received a message from a friend and colleague who lives in London. Let's call her Helena to protect her privacy. Helena is a nurse, logical, grounded, and definitely not someone who usually reads about quantum phenomena. Yet she's been haunted by dreams of cosmic symbols, pulsing orbs of light, and messages urging her to speak to people she hasn't contacted in years. One night, she abruptly woke at 3:33 a.m., hearing someone softly call her name. When she got out of bed, her phone rang. It was her sister from Canada, sobbing uncontrollably. Helena later told me that she felt her sister's heartbreak the moment she woke up, before the phone call even came through. That experience shook her worldview. But over the next few days, Helena noticed smaller synchronicities, from seeing repeating number patterns to finishing patients' sentences before they could speak. She described a sense of gentle empowerment, as though she could offer deeper care by perceiving subtle mental and emotional cues in her patients. This is not an isolated incident. It's the wave that's coming for all of us. For those of you wondering how to know if you're experiencing the early hints of this quantum shift, let's talk about the signs and symptoms. On the physical level, many people report random bouts of tingling across the scalp or the back of the neck, as though lightly touched by an unseen hand. Others feel mild dizziness that comes in short, intense waves and then disappears, hearing high-pitched ringing in your ears, what some refer to as download frequencies, is another major sign. This ringing is often linked to changes in the Earth's electromagnetic field. Another common symptom is needing more rest or feeling deeply fatigued, even if you've slept 8 hours. The body is recalibrating, shifting at a cellular level to accommodate higher frequencies. Don't panic if you experience heart palpitations or flutters that come and go. Our electromagnetic hearts are responding to cosmic energies, and short episodes of increased heartbeat can be a sign of alignment rather than alarm. Emotionally and psychologically, you might swing between euphoria and unexplained sadness. It can feel like an emotional roller coaster, but it's really a purging process. Old traumas or limiting beliefs rising to the surface only to be released. Anxiety might spike for seemingly no reason, particularly around large crowds or heavy electronic environments. This is because your sensitivity is increasing. You're detecting other people's energy fields. Some of you might even weep unexpectedly. Trust that it's your system flushing out lower vibrations in preparation for something more refined. On the positive side, many also report bursting into spontaneous laughter or feeling waves of compassion so deep it's almost overwhelming. Think of these emotional surges as evidence of your energetic channels expanding. Then there are the spiritual and intuitive signs. These can include experiencing vivid dreams of futuristic landscapes or ancient temples. You might see recurring symbols, a white lotus, a spiral galaxy, or a pyramid with an eye, when you close your eyes. Synchronicities accelerate. You think of an old friend, and within hours you receive a message from them. Déjà vu moments intensify. Some of you might even sense non-physical presences or light beings in your meditations. Don't be afraid. These are guiding energies, often your spirit guides or higher dimensional allies stepping forward to assist. The key to recognizing these messages is to remain calm, grounded, and observant. Our rational minds easily dismiss them as coincidences, but in times of a quantum leap, coincidences are actually cosmic indicators. As your awareness shifts, you may find that your relationships take on new depth or tension. Suddenly, you might feel a strong aversion to people who habitually complain or stay locked in negativity. It's not that you're judging them, it's that your own vibration is rising, making discordant energies more obvious. Alternatively, you could be drawn to new communities or feel a pull to travel somewhere that has always intrigued you for reasons you can't articulate. These environmental and relationship changes are part of the transformation. If you're feeling alone or misunderstood, trust that you're naturally gravitating toward spaces where your newfound vibration is honored, not rejected. With these signs in mind, let's talk about preparation, because no shift of this magnitude comes without growing pains. First, let's address physical preparation. Your physical body is the hardware through which telepathy and quantum consciousness will operate. Think of it this way. If your body is sluggish or burdened by toxins, it's like running advanced software on a computer with outdated specs. So, for the 2 weeks before mid-April, focus on a simple detox. Aim to eat high-vibration foods, fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, organic nuts, seeds, and legumes. Try to avoid excessive processed sugar and refined flour. If possible, Incorporate herbal teas like nettle, dandelion, or tulsi to gently cleanse your system. Hydration is crucial. Drink plenty of pure water, ideally with a pinch of Himalayan salt for added minerals. And don't underestimate the power of rest. Your body is rebuilding neural pathways to support telepathic activity, so consider earlier bedtimes and avoid overstimulation from electronics after sunset if you can. Regular movement, whether yoga, walking, or gentle stretching, helps release stagnant energy. Picture each breath as pulling in cosmic oxygen charged with new frequencies. Equally important is mental and emotional preparation. Meditation is your anchor here. Even just 15 minutes of slow, mindful breathing each day can stabilize you. Visualize a column of white light descending from above, entering your crown, and radiating throughout your body. This helps align your personal frequency with the incoming cosmic waves. If you're grappling with fear, anger, or self-judgment, recognize these emotions without condemnation. Journal about them. Speak out loud. I release what no longer serves me. On an energetic level, emotions like fear create blockages that make it harder to channel telepathic connections safely. By consciously letting go, you're clearing the path for refined telepathic bandwidth. Creating a sacred space at home can also greatly assist. Designate a small corner or room, if you can, filled with objects that evoke a sense of peace. Crystals, meaningful images, or even a symbolic cloth. Burning sage, palo santo, or using essential oils like frankincense and lavender can help purify the atmosphere. Play soft music or nature sounds at a frequency you find soothing. 528 Hz is often called the miracle tone for its purported healing resonance. You might place a small bowl of water in the center of your space to symbolize flow and emotional harmony. Light a candle to represent the flame of higher insight. By mindfully arranging these elements, you're instructing your subconscious mind that this spot is a sanctuary for spiritual work.
Now, let's lay out a brief schedule. Around 3 to 5 days before the predicted portal opening, so around April 10th to 12th, reduce external distractions. Limit your screen time, especially social media that can spike emotional reactivity. Spend time in nature if possible. Go for walks, breathe fresh air. Let your eyes rest on greenery.
Engage in light journaling or list making about your intentions. I welcome heightened awareness. I release old burdens. I am ready for telepathic clarity. During the event itself, April 14th to 18th, allocate daily windows, ideally morning and late evening, for focused meditation. If you wake up in the middle of the night, don't panic. These hours often bring potent downloads. Quietly sit, breathe, and allow yourself to receive. Post-event, April 19th onward, expect a phase of integration. Resume normal activities, but keep nurturing your inner self with continued meditation and a balanced lifestyle. Observe how your relationships, dreams, or even your appetite might shift. Journal or voice record your insights. Gradually, the amplified telepathy will normalize into day-to-day experiences. Because this event is so potent, many of you have burning questions. That's why I've set aside a moment for a brief Q&A segment. Over the past weeks, I collected the most common inquiries about the Quantum Awakening portal. Let's dive in. Q. Will everyone experience telepathy, or only those who are spiritual? A. Telepathy is a human capability, not limited to spiritually oriented individuals. Everyone will sense it in different degrees. Sensitives and empaths may feel it more intensely, but even hardened skeptics could notice strange coincidences. Q. Is there a risk of mind-reading invasions or losing mental privacy? A. Telepathy is governed by natural laws of resonance. You won't forcibly read someone's mind unless there's a mutual vibrational match. The Arcturan synchronization technique I'll share later will help set healthy boundaries. Q. What if I become overwhelmed by these energies? A. Grounding techniques, like placing your bare feet on the earth, immersing in water, or using grounding stones like hematite, can mitigate overwhelm. Staying hydrated and rested is key. Q. Are there known scientific proofs of these anomalies, or is it just speculation? A. NASA's quantum entanglement research, plus privately funded labs, have documented phenomenon they cannot fully explain. While mainstream science remains conservative, the data for spiking field anomalies is real. Q. How can I tell the difference between real telepathy and my imagination? A. Practice discernment. Authentic telepathy carries a distinct clarity and usually correlates with external confirmation. Someone reacts or events align in real life. Over time, you'll learn to trust that clarity. Those are just a few sample questions, but hopefully they address some of your concerns. Remember, this entire process is about exploration and self-discovery. If you approach it with curiosity rather than fear, you'll unlock new facets of your consciousness. All right, let's take a moment for a special revelation segment. I rarely share this publicly, but the Arcturan High Command has given me explicit permission to reveal a hidden truth. Telepathy is not merely an esoteric skill. It's our planet's original operating system. In humanity's early epochs, the pineal gland was far more active, and direct mind-to-mind communication was commonplace among ancient tribes. Certain groups knew how to preserve it across generations, passing down the knowledge in secret rites. Modern society suppressed it, focusing on external technology. But with the arrival of the quantum awakening portal, we're returning to our natural mode of cosmic connectivity. This is the truth few people grasp. We're not developing telepathy as much as we're remembering it. To help you safely and effectively access your telepathic capacity, the Arcturan High Command has shared a method called the Arcturan synchronization technique. I'll give you the basic version here. 1. Centering. Sit comfortably, eyes closed. Take 3 slow, deep breaths and visualize a radiant blue sphere in your heart center. This represents your personal energy anchor. 2. Expansion. Imagine the sphere expanding outward, forming a cocoon around your body. Feel it gently pulsating with your heartbeat. 3. Alignment. Shift your attention to a point about 12 inches above your head, your soul star chakra, as it's sometimes called. Envision a silver cord linking that point to your heart's blue sphere. Nangavada. Call the Arcturian frequency. Inwardly or softly out loud, say, I welcome the Arcturian light, aligned with my highest good. Sense a cascade of shimmering indigo and violet rays descending through the silver cord, merging with your blue sphere, then radiating through your entire energy cocoon. 5. Synchronization. Bring someone to mind, either a close friend or family member you trust. Silently offer them a positive thought or an image of calm. Remain open to any impressions that return. Pay attention to feelings, sensations, or visuals, no matter how subtle. 6. Seal and release. After a few minutes, imagine the blue sphere drawing back to the size of a small orb in your heart. Thank the Arcturian energy, or whichever higher source you connect with, for facilitating the exchange. This technique refines your mental bandwidth, creating a safe container for telepathic engagement. Practice this consistently, perhaps once a day, for a week, and record any changes you notice. Many people feel a heightened sense of inner peace and sharper intuition. Some even begin receiving spontaneous insights about loved ones' emotions or upcoming world events. The key is to maintain a sense of ethical intention. Never pry into someone's mental space out of curiosity or ego-driven reasons. Telepathy unfolds gracefully when guided by compassion, respect, and mutual upliftment. Now, let's integrate a short guided meditation to help you anchor these energies. If you're ready, settle into a comfortable posture, palms facing upward. Take a deep breath, feeling your chest rise and your belly expand. Exhale slowly, releasing any tension. Picture a wave of starlight flowing down from the cosmos, entering through the crown of your head. This starlight descends, illuminating your mind with shimmering brilliance, clearing any clutter or worries. As the wave flows into your throat and heart, feel your heartbeat sync with the gentle pulse of cosmic energy. Now, visualize the earth beneath you as a vibrant green sphere, alive and welcoming. Allow roots of white light to extend from the soles of your feet, anchoring deep into the earth's core, merging your intention with her nurturing stability. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, see the cosmic wave and Earth's energy converge in your heart, forming a radiant orb. Sit with a sense of unity between earth and sky, body and soul, matter and spirit. Here in this luminous harmony, whisper inwardly, I am connected, I am ready, I am guided. Breathe in gratitude and exhale any remnants of doubt. In your own time, gently open your eyes. Feel free to revisit that guided meditation anytime you need grounding or clarity, especially as we approach mid-April. By weaving it into your daily routine, you'll become more receptive to telepathic sensations without getting overwhelmed. Let's craft a brief prophetic timeline for the coming months so you understand how this quantum awakening portal interplays with the rest of 2025. Mid-April 2025. Peak portal. Telepathic surge. Heightened synchronicities. Potential for new breakthroughs in remote viewing research. Late April to early May 2025. Integration phase. Expect some social upheavals as collective unconscious patterns rise to the surface. This could manifest as both societal tension and calls for greater unity. June to August 2025. Stabilization period. Communities that embrace telepathic and empathetic communication may thrive, forming new collaborative networks. Personal relationships deepen or shift dramatically. September 2025. A convergence of cosmic alignments. The Arcturan High Command hints that a second wave of activation might occur, reinforcing the telepathic baseline established in April. End of year 2025. The quantum channel becomes more normalized. By now, many people no longer question the reality of group intuition or shared visions. This paves the way for new systems, educational, economic, governmental, designed around higher consciousness principles. Returning to our main narrative, this entire shift is not just about individual transformation, it's about collective evolution. We often feel powerless in the face of global challenges, whether environmental, political, or societal. But imagine what happens when large groups of people connect telepathically at will, sharing empathy, solutions, and hope without the usual filters of misunderstanding. Telepathy accelerates unity because it bypasses the illusions created by language barriers and superficial differences. This is the potential for a global renaissance, where ideas spread like wildfire because hearts and minds are literally aligned. Of course, none of this is guaranteed. There's always the possibility that fear-based reactions could create blockages or misuses of telepathic abilities. That's why knowledge and ethical practice are crucial. Each of us stands at the threshold of an evolutionary leap or a chaotic meltdown, and the deciding factor is collective consciousness. This is the time to cultivate a higher vibration personally, so we can collectively steer humanity toward a harmonious path. Let's recap the essential points. First, telepathy is about to experience a massive surge triggered by cosmic alignments in mid-April 2025. Second, these phenomena are backed by NASA's quantum entanglement research and complemented by ancient prophecies from cultures like the Maya, Sumerians, and Vedic seers. Third, the signs and symptoms range from physical tingles and sudden fatigue to emotional purging, vivid dreams, and enhanced intuition. Fourth, adequate preparation includes a conscious diet, meditation, emotional clearing, and creating sacred space. Fifth, the Arcturian synchronization technique provides a step-by-step method for safely expanding telepathic bandwidth. Above all, we must remember that this is a positive shift, a gift, not a curse, if approached with integrity and open-heartedness. As we look toward the future, imagine a world where synergy trumps conflict, where empathy is so tangible that wars and divisions become archaic, because people directly feel the pain and joy of others. This is the new Earth or 5D reality that spiritual visionaries have whispered about for centuries. In this emergent timeline, unity consciousness isn't just a nice idea. It's a living, breathing force that redefines our institutions, our innovations, and our relationships. You, as an individual, have the power to anchor that reality by embracing your role as both student and teacher in this quantum awakening. And that's the beauty of it. Every single one of us is capable of stepping into this new frequency, of co-creating a more enlightened civilization. So, how can you actively participate in shaping this outcome? First, commit to your personal practice. The knowledge you've gained here is more than just interesting information. It's a call to action. Engage in daily meditations and synchronization exercises. Share what you've learned with close friends or online communities that are open to this. Form small circles for group meditations, focusing on the intention of mutual upliftment. Secondly, stay tuned for upcoming updates because the changes unfolding in the next several weeks and months will be fast-paced. I'll be providing more guidance, including deeper telepathic exercises and recommended reading lists. Don't walk this path alone. Join a support group, whether in your local area or virtually, so you can swap experiences and maintain a sense of belonging. Lastly, keep asking questions. Never shy away from your curiosity. Embrace your skepticism, too, because healthy doubt pushes us to refine our discernment. Let me leave you with a final thought. The old world taught us to seek validation from external experts. Yet the new paradigm shows us that our most profound truths come from within. When you feel that electric jolt of recognition as someone speaks, when your goosebumps rise, or you see a glimmer of confirmation in your mind's eye, that's your inner compass lighting up. Listen to it, honor it, because in a few short weeks, that inner compass will be more relevant than ever. A question I want to pose as we conclude is this. What if you are the living bridge between worlds, between human science and cosmic wisdom, between skepticism and boundless faith? Reflect on this question and hold it in your heart as you move forward. Remember, we stand at the threshold of an extraordinary leap in consciousness. The quantum awakening portal will open in mid-April 2025, whether or not we're ready. Let's choose readiness. Let's choose unity, understanding, and the exhilarating adventure of telepathic discovery. This is your invitation to become an active participant in humanity's grand unfolding. Together, we can usher in a reality where empathy, insight, and collective telepathy form the bedrock of a new civilization. Thank you for joining me in this journey. Prepare well, remain open, and stay in touch. Because what's coming next is nothing short of revolutionary. You have the power to harness this cosmic wave, riding it into a future brimming with limitless possibility. I am Leah Winters, speaking on behalf of the Arcturan High Command and the ever-growing community of interdimensional explorers, logic-minded researchers, and everyday people who yearn for genuine human connection. The stage is set. The energies are converging. And now, the choice is in your hands. Will you ride this wave or be swept away by it? Let's step forward and co-create the next chapter of our evolution. We'll see each other again soon, on the other side of the portal, where our collective telepathy is no longer just a possibility, but a lived reality. Until then, stay grounded, stay curious, and trust in your ability to connect with the immense power unfolding in and around you.